Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? It's showtime. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
This is the fight of pride. All right. This is two warriors that...
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Straight right just misses. Stiff jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He threw a punch and just got countered. How about that time counter shot? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Nice counter shot. Quick punch scores. And he scores with the counter. Lucky that hook didn't score. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Edwards in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If you...
On to the second round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Just missed with that jab. That counter shot lands. Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. That's another scoring shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
You're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers...
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Sonny Edwards took that really bad. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Edwards in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
There's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A perfect counter shot. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. They better start respecting each other's punching power. That counter punch caught him clean. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Wasn't ready for that counter punch. They exchanged punches. They both want a knockout, you can tell. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. That uppercut does not score. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Ooh, that really hurt Sonny Edwards. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last. Here we go to the 4th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Nice counter. The straight right just misses. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Counter punch. He misses with that jab. The perfect counter lands. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout. There's the bell to start round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Caution is being thrown to the wind. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown their shots. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Nice exchange here from both men. There's a counter shot. Nice counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. They can't get out of the way of that straight. Just misses with that left uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen.
On to the 6th round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Is he going to punch himself out, though? There's a counter shot. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Hey, those punches add up. There's a counter shot. Talk about Edwards in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell's...
Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A perfect counter lands. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Can't land the jab there. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
throw a shot, they get countered. The straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. Look at that right hand. Catch and shoot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Frampton now knocked backwards. He's got to cover up. Talk about Edwards in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if...
There's the bell to start round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good counter punching. Every time they drop their... Oh, boy, Carl Frampton now in some serious trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has... Hold that thought! Ooh, and Carl Frampton just got rocked. How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone out.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. It is a draw. No winners and no losers here.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree. I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.
Once my castle is sand, waiting on a battle, so a handle all in my hand. The war forces more toward my door with demands, more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art and for your fans.
And we are fighting in Atlantis. How about this crazy venue? And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be on
The dark Saul. This not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. These two were made for each other. Catch and shoot. Not a lot of defense here at all. It's all offense all the time. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Watch the jab. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? He threw a punch and just got countered. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about winning that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance.
We've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Fighter told us yesterday, I don't get paid by the minute. I'm going to go in there and try and knock my opponent out as soon as possible.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
No rest for the weary. Nice counter. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You'd like to see more jabs. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Reaction is...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can the Dark Destroyer get out of this dark place? Nigel Ben down. Can you believe it? Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did...
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's talk about Ben in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor. On to the third. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
How about this variety going downstairs and upstairs? They're both trying for a knockout. There's a counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. When are we going to see a jab from these two? In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Good defense there to stop that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Ben in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Here we go to the fourth round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Job blocking the hook. Insane action. He got out of the way of that right hook. The stamina is off the charts. The way the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. He is down big time on the the score.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You can't...
Back into the fray here in round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter shot. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Incredible work rate. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well done with that counter shot. And this is a you hit. Whoa, wait a minute. The Dark Destroyer now in a very dark place. How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Swing and a miss with the right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about winning that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry? Let's start the 6th. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That right hook won't score. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Nigel Benn has been rocked. This round... Did you see that? Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Talk about winning that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance.
Here we go. It's round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hook misses. Nice counter shot. Well, if their intention is to anger the opponent, I think it's going to work. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Didn't land that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Defense is not an option for these two. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about winning that last round. Well, and there's the bell for round 8. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Punch, counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be...
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect it.
That's a lot of swelling. The referee taking a good look at it. Is he going to stop it? A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. You know the scorecards are going to be... Another win, another unanimous decision victory.
Now what we gonna do right here is settle the score.